Hi everyone, hope I am audible to everyone right now. Hello, can I see some thumbs up symbols in the chat session that you can hear my voice? Yes, 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 yes. No. So that's great. I can see many S right here and some symbols. So I guess we are good to go. So we are of 850 plus people right now. Let's wait for another minute and start the session. Let others also join the session and let's continue. So I'm audible to everyone, right? So hello everyone, welcome to the Machine Learning Bootcamp. So my name is TNS Sharashma. I'm a GDSE lead of Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. And I have my co-host.
Hi, am I audible? Hello, everyone. Charashma, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Oh, so hello, everyone. I am Priyansi Gupta, GDSC lead of CMRIT Hyderabad, and nice to see so many participants going live and putting yes in the comment section.
Yes, I can see many people right now, right here.
Yeah, people
So I
seem
request
very
everyone,
energetic for our session.
yes, yes. So I request everyone to drop your name and your college name in your chat session so we can see the audience are from which area of the India.
Yeah, Charashma, I have heard that the participants are from various states.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So we'll be seeing from which college we are. So we have students from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering and Bangalore, TKR College, and everyone. So let's dive into the session. So dive into the session right now. So you all be thinking who we are and why we are hosting this boot camp and to know more information about it right now. So let's go deep into it. So this boot camp is brought to you by Google Developer Student Club of India, and in collaboration with TensorFlow User Group Hyderabad. We have 25 plus GDSE colleges collaboration in this event, and one of the main collaboration is TensorFlow User Group Hyderabad.
Okay, so all of you must have gotten to know about this bootcamp through your GDSCs, right? GDSC stands for Google Developer Student Clubs. So basically, our aim is to bridge the gap between technology and practical knowledge. I expect that you all are aware of your GDSC communities and GDSC leads, right? So basically, GDSCs are Google empowered clubs in which a lead is supposed to host various events, hackathons, and technology related events throughout the college to spread more awareness about various technologies and growth in the industry. So, can we move on to the next slide? Okay.
Yes, sure. So coming to our collaboration partner, that is TensorFlow User Group Hyderabad. It is also a community driven by and initiated by the users, developers, and researchers who are enthusiastic in AI/ML. And this community also solves problems related to the community, related to the world, and prob- um, make it more interactive with the people, make the problems less and interactive with the people. So here is a QR code of TensorFlow User Group Hyderabad, where it will be directed to the social media handles. So kindly take a screenshot of this QR code and do follow them in the social media handles. So let's wait 10 seconds or so you guys can take the screenshots.
All of you take a screenshot of this slide and make sure to scan the QR code.
So we have reached 1K of participants. So that's so nice. So moving on. So that's all what who we are all about. So let's go deep into what about this boot camp, what you're gonna learn inside, and whole agenda of the 7-day program.
Yeah, so now coming to the boot camp, it doesn't matter whether you're a beginner or a professional, whether you have just started your college or you're a fully fledged working professional in the field of AI/ML. It doesn't matter. We assure you that through this boot camp, you will get to know more about ML and learn how to dive into the world of ML. So basically, I hope that all of you are extremely excited and enthusiastic about the upcoming boot camp. Don't worry, you don't have to have any sort of prerequisite knowledge for it. It's completely okay even if you are a first year student or a complete beginner. Doesn't matter. This boot camp will surely help you and it will guide you through the field of ML, and then through this bootcamp in the future you'll even build many projects, and this will definitely help you, and the knowledge which you gain, that will definitely help you a lot in your technical skills and your technical field. I hope you people are really excited about this, and move on to our day to day agenda.
Yeah.
So, day one is all about introduction to machine learning and TensorFlow. Day two will be all about understanding data with pandas and visualization. Day three will be all about supervised learning with TensorFlow. So on. And by the end of day seven, you will be working on real world projects. That means by the end of this boot camp, you will be literally working on a project which will help you, which you can definitely show it off and obviously put it on your resume. So this
So
was the
that's all
overall agenda.
overview agenda. So in this 7 day of period, you can work on the real world projects and gain some knowledge about this machine learning and TensorFlow. So moving on.
One thing we can assure you that if you give your time regularly, all the 7 days, sincerely, then definitely you will be end up learning something for sure.
That's great. I hope to see all the participants up to 7 days. That's right. So moving on. So before we start, let's have an ice-breaking activity. Hope everyone know about this Menti website where we can have a live interaction session with you all with few questions. There is a QR code present in the slide. You can take a screenshot or the link provided. You can just type the link in the in the URL session, and you can get the Menti quiz area. Hope we'll be waiting for 2 more minutes. Like we can all meet you in the Menti quiz area. Meanwhile, we'll be posting the link in the chat session also. Kindly take a look, or else like we'll be providing the QR also. Just a minute. Yeah, you can see the QR code in the display. Kindly scan it in your phone, and you can good to go for the quiz. And the link also been mentioned in the chat session also. Do kindly take a look and join. So I hope everyone are ready in the quiz area. I need. Can you please give up a thumbs up in the chat session so we can start up the quiz very soon. So let's know each other with a small quiz in the Menti platform. So you can use the code which is above and join the quiz. So moving on to the first question. Okay. So where are you from? Wow, we can see many responses. Tirupati, India, Hyderabad, Chennai, Andhra Pradesh, Karnool, Kolkata. So good to see everyone from every corner of India here. So wow, we have participants from Tamil Nadu, Vishakhapatnam, Karnataka, Tirupati, Vijayawada, Machilipatnam, Dundigal, from Mohan Babu College, yeah, and many areas. That's a great response from 1.7K viewers. That's so great of you guys. So moving on to the next question. So what is your current role? Like, are you a student, developer, or a job holder, etc.? Learner, BTech student. So I can see many responses on my screen. Yeah, wow, responses are going very high in just a fraction of minutes. Undergraduate student, college student, intern, third year, fresher. Wow, there are 1.4K responses. That's so great seeing you are active. So moving on to the next question. So how familiar are you with ML? I hope everyone are from BTech background, so you might be having a basic knowledge about it. If not, also the session may provide you all the required prerequisites for the getting world to ready. So there are 1.8% who are familiar with machine learning and experience on it. I know, but no hands-on experience. That is 2.1%. And for beginner, we have a highest number, beginner persons here. This session is all for you guys, where you can get all the knowledge, etc. from this. Moving on to the next question. So, what do you think about ML is all about? Machine learning. Replication of human thinking, just playing with data to get something, making dumb machines learn something. I don't know. There are so many options. So the people with good number of votes is replication of human thinking. That's absolutely correct. And sometimes the third option also gets correct in some areas, making dumb machines learn something. So machine learning is all about teaching machines how to work and make it think as a human, etc. That's so great of you guys. There are 500 plus responses for the replication of human thinking, etc. Moving on to the next question. Well, that's about the quiz. That's a good and a wonderful amount of participants seeing in the live. That's so good. We got to know about you all, guys. You're from different corners of India, and this make us so enthusiastic to teach you all in the in this boot camp and make you all learn from something from scratch to the area. So let us back to our boot camp on the YouTube live. I hope everyone returns back to it. So I'll be presenting my screen. So hope my slides are visible to you all. That was a very funful session. So before going to the boot camp, let me introduce the speaker of today's session. All of you are waiting for. He is none other than Mohinuddin, a software developer engineer and machine learning at Flutter at Exora Group. And he also a co-founder of TensorFlow user group Hyderabad. We welcome to the session, Mohin. So let's start machine learning right from scratch. Let's dive into the session. I handed over the session to Mohan to continue.
Whoops. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. I hope you guys can hear me. How are you all? Hello, check. 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Can some?
yeah, Moin, you're audible.
All right, perfect. So, hello guys, how are you all? Drop a thumbs up, spam the chat. We are gonna dive now, and we are live, and we are skyrocketing. They are 1074 current viewers, and of course, Mentimeter guys called me. They said that who are these people? From where are they coming? Why are they spamming everything? So guys, spam the chat with thumbs up. So, all right, guys. So before we start, my name is Moin. Let me give a quick introduction of myself. I work as an SDE in ML and Flutter. So let me get started and present my screen. Just a minute. So till then, guys, keep spamming the chat, keep spamming thumbs up, keep spamming rockets, keep spamming the chat. Let's break YouTube servers today.
So guys, hello. Hope you have a good clarity about this event, what we're gonna learn in the 7 day of challenge. So do you have
Charishma,
any questions? Yes, yes.
our participants seem to be very energetic. Just look at the comment section.
Yeah, it's like before reading the session, like it's moving on.
Yeah, yeah.
I can see many people right now.
There are many people posting various emojis.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
They are
Right.
waiting for the first day.
Yeah. Hope
I think you
everyone
guys
had your
got
dinner,
my
guys.
screen. Yep.
Yeah.
I hope
Let's
they
start.
maintain the same energy throughout all the 7 days.
Yeah, hope so, hope so. So, guys, can you just leave a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Is it presenting full or something?
Yes, Moin, we can see your screen.
All right, perfect. Firstly, guys, thank you so much for such a sweet introduction, and thank you so much for pulling this through. Before we start, I would like to thank all the team who was behind assembling the stuff, and of course, all our lovely participants. Guys, spread this a lot. Spread it to all of your friends. Make sure it reaches every corner of this of the world, and of course, knowledge is for everyone, so spread it up, guys. So here we start day one of machine learning boot camp. Are you excited? Drop rockets in the chat. So basically, what are we going to do today? So day one, as you saw in the agenda, it is all about introduction. So this is complete theory. Today we are not going to do any code. We are just going to make sure it is beginner friendly, just going to learn what actually is machine learning, and of course we'll have some real good chat. And from tomorrow we'll start diving into code as well. So also guys, please do take awesome screenshots, tag us on Twitter, tag us on LinkedIn. Whoever has got the highest reach, I mean, let's say if you put a tweet and you get a very high reach, there are some exciting gifts from the side of TensorFlow user group. So please do share it a lot on social media. And by the way, we are not on Instagram, so please do mention us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and of course, the very, what do we say, infamous platform where we do not put anything, Meetup, of course. So please do follow us on Twitter. Please do follow us on Meetup, and also do put a post on LinkedIn. Moving ahead, guys, today what are we gonna do? Today we are going to have an intro to machine learning and TensorFlow. Firstly, we're going to see what actually machine learning is, and then we'll discuss on what exactly TensorFlow is. So, guys, how many of you know what machine learning is? I can see all of your chats. Some people are saying CSK. Okay. Some people are saying KKR. Fine. So, guys, how about we at the end do one project where we also predict who's going to win this year's IPL? How about we deploy machine learning in doing that? Interesting or what? So, yep, let's do one thing, guys. Spam in the chat if you guys know what machine learning is. Let's expect one or two one liner answers. Do you guys know what machine learning is? Okay, some people are saying CNN, some people are saying uh, no, yes, something. Okay, fine. So, guys, let me go on. And some people are saying yes, okay, fine. So, guys, whoever says that it is teaching machines, it is this, it is that, let me give you a very good clarity on what exactly it is. So, guys, before that, this bootcamp is totally beginner friendly. If you are already having knowledge of machine learning, please stay tuned, as you might learn something really new, exciting. You might collaborate with us, you might stand out, and there is a lot coming up for you. There is a lot which is coming up for you. So there are exciting competitions which are happening on global level. If you are already good at machine learning, you can participate there, and of course win some really exciting cool prizes. So let's move ahead. So, guys, basically, what is machine learning? It is, of course, a subfield of artificial intelligence, which is a lot of, what do we say, code and math, and replicating human behavior. There is one sort of algorithm which is solving some complex answer in the way which human is solving. That is like the textbook answer for it. But let me tell you what exactly it is. It is that way where we are training one machine, or let's say one entity, to make decisions by itself. Okay, somebody in the chat said that subset of AI. Somebody in the chat said that Hardik versus Hitman. Well, we can also use machine learning for that to predict who's the best. So Let me give you a much easier example in terms of algorithms. Let's say I write an algorithm, I write some piece of code, or let's say some instruction which allows a machine to think by itself. So that is where the epicenter of machine learning lies. So it is nothing but we start with a normal algorithm, an algorithm which is a set of instructions, and to which we give an input, and by that it should be expecting output to be generated by itself. So that is how generally it goes, like that is how your machine learns. So normally you have your phone in your hand, and if you do 1 plus 1, it will give you the answer 2, because it is programmed in that way to do it. So but it does not have a brain of its own. So um, generally guys, think if your phone could think and talk back to you, that is quite not uh, possible now, right? Because it does not have its own brain. So ML does that. It provides, it's like kind of, what do we say, it gives a machine capability to think and make decisions on its own using some algorithms. So we'll discover what those algorithms are, how to write them, how we can generally give a brainless machine an instruction to sort of, what do we say, make decisions on its own. Also guys, a lot of you are asking that can this be recorded or something. Guys, please don't worry, this will be live forever on YouTube. Tomorrow if YouTube gets banned, that is when you won't be able to see it, or else 100% this will be on YouTube. You can come watch this anytime, but there will be one live form which will be shared at the end of the meet, which will serve as your proof of attendance, so that which will be live for only 30 to 40 minutes. So guys, please stay tuned. At the end of the meet we are having that coming up. So moving ahead, I hope you guys got an idea of what machine learning is and how that sort of works. Moving ahead, this is the pictorial example of how it exactly works. Like, so if you can see on the left, I have something called as data, which is nothing but a set of what do we say, different images of apple. All right, so there is one apple whose image is taken in different sort of angles, and these apples are of different type. One has a leaf, one has the what do we say, branch, or one doesn't. One is completely red in color, one has shine, one is dull. So all of this is data. So we are feeding this data to an algorithm, and that algorithm is processing, which makes a trained model. So guys, basically, how many of you know a baby? Of course, when a baby is like small, we teach it how to speak. We say this is this, this is this, and slowly by the time what do we say, it gets the capability to learn, it slowly learns one by one, one by one. And that is how exactly machine learning is. You feed huge data to it, you tell 1,000 times to an algorithm over a sort of what do we say, a set of instructions, which of course will be in code. So over that set of instructions, you tell 100 times that um, this is how this thing should be, and the machine accepts that. Yes, nerd says that feeding the machine with enough data. Yes, exactly. And Nikita Zaid says that what if the apple is green? Exactly, that is what. So if the, even if the apple is green, you must feed it to the algorithm so that it classifies and say that okay, this is how an apple looks like. It can be red, it can also be green. So that is where you also should specify the parameters that this is particularly a green apple. Another person says that what if the apple is rotten? Let me just a minute, guys, can you highlight the comments what I just now told, so that I can answer the questions. What if the apple identifies as an orange? I don't know, brother. I really don't know. I really don't know uh, what is going to happen after that. My AI algorithm is not that trained. If I identify as an attack helicopter, still it won't be able to identify me. So still, how do I tag you on LinkedIn? Please search for TensorFlow user group Hyderabad. We have given you a QR earlier. It takes you to the um, link tree. There you can find everything. So guys, Charishma or someone, can you please open StreamYard or something, and can you please highlight the comments?
Sure.
Okay. So and there is another question called as, is ML the subdomain of artificial intelligence? Yes, it is 100%. It is the subdomain of AI. And I'm getting a lot of questions, guys. What we'll do is we'll continue with the session, and I'll take all the questions at the end, which will be like much better. So let me quickly take one or two questions. Um, just a minute. So there is one person who asks, is ML related to deep learning? It is not. ML, it of course related in the sense it is related to deep learning, but it is deep learning is a subset of ML. When ML goes like beyond its limit, then it is deep learning. So hope that answers your question. And somebody asks how to peel the apple. Use a peeler. So you need not use chat gpt or AI to ask these kind of questions, so please use a peeler. So moving ahead, let me take more questions. Hmm.
There is a question called, well, MLB extended version of AI creation.
We can take those questions at the last because they require a lot of explanation. So yeah, here is the question. Somebody asked, what if the apple is green? Yes, that is called as one parameter, which will be like I'll come to that point. So the color of the apple is a parameter. So you have to differentiate in the data itself, saying that this is a red apple, that is a green apple. So okay, moving ahead. So just like you're seeing, guys, on the left, I fed huge data like 6 7 images of one apple, and over an algorithm, like over an instruction, like sort of I made a train model. And to this train model, when I feed another image from outside, which is called as the testing data, it gives me a response saying that yes, it is an apple, because it learned already. It learned from these images that okay, this is how an apple looks like. Now once it is trained, once we attach the out of sample data to it, then it'll going to be a sort of response where we'll get the prediction. So all of this is like going out of your head now, so let me uh, give you a better example. So guys, how does this actually happen? So any answers, how do they actually learn? Any answers, can you please put it in the chat, spam the chat. Somebody is asking difference between AI and ML. uh, ML is nothing but the subset of AI. So I'll tell you what is the purpose of ML in day-to-day life. I'll take that question. So guys, here you go. Why do we need it? So I think, Charishma, can you see this slide where it is written why do we need it?
Yes, yes. Okay.
All right. So let me pin
Coming.
the question as well. Let me pin the question. What is that? Okay, guys, I'm not able to find the comment, but whoever asked that question, it's really good of you that you asked something of something that makes sense. um, so guys, here we go. Here are a few um, use cases of where we can use ML. Just like I showed you an example of an apple, that is image recognition, which is like heavily used everywhere, almost every single place. And of course, recommendations, if you know how Netflix, YouTube, and of course Instagram works, those are nothing but recommendation algorithms. If you like a content of one type, they're going to recommend you that same type of content. So moving ahead, we have um, commuting applications, we have personal assistant chatbots like Bixby, chatbots like Google Assistant, chatbots like Alexa. So the moment I said Bixby, Bixby on my phone responded. So that is nothing but virtual personal assistant. All of them use um, machine learning to process what is the input from the user end and give a proper output. So of course, language translation, fraud detection, medical diagnosis, all of these things are the daily applications, and these are very very less. There are millions of applications, and these are like the major ones which I'm able to put it on the screen. So yup. So if you want to screenshot it or maybe copy it down somewhere, you can please do. So these are like, just like I said, very few of the applications out of a million use cases of ML. Moving ahead, so how do machines actually learn? We are now diving into the dragon of the topic. So just like, what do we say, I told earlier, they learn in a programmatical manner over a set of instructions. So let me tell you how that happens. Imagine an apple, guys. So we are doing a lot of apple, right? So all of your apple questions can be uh, answered here. So guys, please imagine an apple. I leave this for some time until you put it on the chat that yes, we are imagining apple. So if you guys are imagining an apple, please put it on the chat, and I leave that slide just like that for some time. So there is a guy who is asking what if the apple is polished by wax. So yeah, all of those answers will be given in the next slide. So please, before that, imagine an apple. Yes, we are imagining. Okay, fine, guys. So once you are imagining this, now tell me, which one did you imagine, the left one or the right one? Now spam the answer in the chat. Which one was it? Was it the apple logo or was it the fruit? Interesting. You guys thought only you can play around in the comments. Even I have a way to play around over here. So, yup. So, a lot of people are saying right, some people are saying left, some people are saying both. Perfect. Perfect. And some people are saying, I don't have an iPhone, so I cannot imagine the left one. All right. So, guys, this is what is machine learning all about. It's about data. And usually, data goes on with parameters. So just like you guys imagined apple logo and what do we say, a fruit. So all of these properties which you're seeing here are called as parameters. So the logo is usually in gray color and the fruit obviously is in red color, and of course you cannot eat the logo, and this apple can be eaten. So um, a lot of people were saying I'm a fan of Newton. So here you go. The left one is related to Steve Jobs and the right one is related to Newton. So that's a Steve Jobs apple and that's a Newton apple. So of course the left one is man-made and the right one is natural. um, the logo is a company and this is a fruit. So guys, these are all called as parameters. Make sure you remember this word parameters very very well, because we are going to do a lot of exercises only on parameters. So guys, the first parameter happens to be color. This is gray, this is red. And the second parameter happens to be maybe edibility, if it is edible or not. And second parameter happens to be make, if it is man-made or is it natural. Then what is it related to? The fourth parameter, this is related to Steve Jobs and that is related to our favorite person, Newton. So what is it related to? Maybe the industry is another fifth parameter. The industry, it is gadgets and there's food, and of course the property of it, company, and of course a fruit. So that are called as parameters. Some properties, some sort of what do we say, features which define an object, define the sort of type of the object basically. So we are all humans, so we have eyes, we have hair on our heads, and also we come under mammals, and we cannot breathe underwater, so we don't come under reptiles. So that are our parameters. So basically, um, moving ahead, how these parameters will be used to train a model and get predictions out of it. So a lot of people are spamming attendance in the chat, guys. Let me take one moment for attendance over here. Please don't worry. At the end of the session, we'll give you a link which is getting prepared. So exactly at the end, the link will be live for 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, you have to fill the form which will mark as your attendance. And don't worry about proof of attendance certificates. You will be getting on the last day, not at the end of the session, but on the seventh day you will be getting proof of attendance for 7 days of bootcamp. Please don't worry. So please stay tuned for throughout the 7 days and till the end to get this thing. All right, so I hope that answered your question. Moving ahead, or else somebody from the moderators, please put it in the chat, put the exact same thing about attendance and certificates, what all I told. So please put about that. So moving ahead, so these are parameters, just like I said. All of them are called as parameters. In machine learning, generally they play a very fundamental role in training and of course in performance. And if a parameter is wrong, your basically model is going to be trained in the wrong way. So there are a lot of settings which need to be tuned, or sometimes you also call them coefficients. During training of our model, or basically our what do we say, ML algorithm, we need to add a lot of parameters to improve what do we say, the efficiency of it and the accuracy. In our case, the parameters were color, type, what is it related to, eatable or not. So that were our parameters. And of course, guys, GPT-4 uses 1.7 trillion parameters. So that is how that is how huge is the impact of parameters. Finer the parameters are, more the parameters are, that better ML algorithm you can make. GPT-4, of course, by OpenAI chat GPT itself, both GPT 3.5 and GPT-4 uses the same number of parameters, which are 1.7 trillion parameters. So when somebody says that chat GPT is super cool, make sure how many parameters are behind it and how much data goes into those parameters. So that is how it goes. And somebody is saying approximate human level parameters count. Human level, I didn't get that question. Can you please be more specific? So somebody is also asking, can you um, share the PPT? Of course, at the end of the bootcamp. What about Gemini? Gemini uses way more. Gemini uses more than 2.5 trillion parameters because it is updated. It is very, very updated. 2.5 were till BARD, and Gemini uses more than 2.5. So I'm damn sure that it Gemini uses way more number of parameters than GPT-4 because it is far more updated and it's basically Chat GPT on steroids. So that is how parameters matter. Moving ahead, guys. So now this reimagine this whole process. Now this is called as training data. All right. So all of them, like what do we say, all of the training data. What about Copilot? I'll answer all the questions at the last. I'll move ahead with this. So guys, this, as I was speaking, is called as training data. So training data is basically having a lot of parameters, just like you're seeing. That's the very reason I kept this very image sort of tilted. So all of them are parameters which you need to feed to an algorithm, and once they process it, they make a train model. So guys, on the left, this data which we are feeding to the algorithm is called as training data. So now I have already answered this. You guys should tell in the chat box what is this apple called as, which is below here, which is getting fed to the train model so that we can get an output. What is this one particular thing called as? That is training data. So what is this called as? You guys have to tell me. Okay, I'm getting a lot of right answers. Some people are saying red apple, some people are saying input, and a lot of people are saying testing data. Yes, very, very right. You are 100% right. It is nothing but testing data. So almost, yeah, 100%. You guys are right. A lot of people are saying test data, test data, test data. Also, guys, it is also having another name where it is called as out of sample data. So depending on our use case, sometimes it's called as out of sample data. So yeah, a lot of people are spamming the right answer. All right, so perfect. Can we move ahead? Yep, let's move ahead. So, guys, when you feed training data to an algorithm is nothing but, just like we discussed for in the previous slides, it is just nothing but a set of instructions which process to make a trained model. And when a model is trained with lots of data, just like a baby gets trained and it learns how to speak, and when now we give the testing data to it, it predicts what this thing is. So moving ahead, guys, but when we come to train machines, computers don't understand our language, they understand code. So how do you think we are going to tell our computer that this is an apple, this is something like this, or maybe this is one piece of instruction? Some people are saying they use compiler to understand. You're close, you're very, very close. uh, binary code, a lot of people are saying binary code. Yeah, you are very, very close, but it's not exactly binary code. It is not binary. Data processing, nope. No, 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 not patterns, a lot of people are saying. One person said they use programming languages. That is one of the most perfect answers I've ever got. Yes, they use programming languages. So yeah, people are spamming Python. I have a very good answer for people who are spamming Python. I have what do we say? One language which is going to beat Python. So guys, moving ahead, computers understand programming language, so not machine level language, not native code. These programming languages take what do we say, instructions from human, they deliver it to the machine, and in the further process it gets converted into machine level code. So it is not, we are not giving it machine level code to understand. So we are simply saying do this in a very easy programming language. So moving ahead, guys, these are some languages which are very famous and which uh, support machine learning. So one of them is, just like you guys are uh, saying, Python. One is R. And guys, do you know what is the third logo? One is Python, one is R. What is this another one? This is Python, this is R. What is this? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What this logo is. Okay, people who are from electronics might know this because they have a sort of a complete coursework on this. It is nothing but MATLAB. Yes, guys, MATLAB is also used to make machine learning algorithms. Well, my first machine learning algorithm was made in MATLAB. So MATLAB uses like very crazy use cases of object detection, object prediction, and it has like serious use cases of also signal detection, signal prediction, and signal remodeling. There are a lot of stuff like autocorrelation and all which can be done in MATLAB, which is like not very much supportive in Python. So all of these ML stuff related to signals and systems basically, and digital signal processing and artificial signal processing can be done in MATLAB, while Python is for the classic use case. Also nowadays in JS also you are able to do machine learning because of a very, very interesting framework called as TensorFlow JS, and of course many other frameworks. So these are a few just like very famous languages in which people do machine learning. Moving ahead, um, these are the types of machine learning. So we came to know about languages, we came to know about what it is, and now these are types. So how do we approach when we learn, when we make sure, yeah, a lot of people are asking how it is done, how it is done. This is how it is done, buddy. Here are four like different types of ways how it is done. Number one stays supervised. Firstly, we train the machine with one sort of input, and the corresponding output also lies in the input as well, because just like what do we say, another, let me tell you, apple another time. So we are giving the input of an apple, we are training it with apple to predict an apple, so that is what generally called as supervised. So a lot of people are asking why we only use python. We need not only use python. There are a lot of things. I'll take the all of these questions at the end in the question answer session. So guys, um yup, supervised is nothing but where we have labeled data. Let's say now we fed it huge data of apples. We labeled each and every parameter. We called it, this is its color, just like one of the person said that it is green, so we labeled color, and we changed the value called as red, green, or maybe dull red, bright red, something like that. So labeled data, when comes in in action, it becomes supervised machine learning. There are a lot of internal models like regression and all, which we will be looking forward. Just a minute. Yep. Yeah, we will be looking forward to more sort of these algorithms and coming things. So just a minute, guys. Till then, please give it a read what is on the screen. Let me wrap up something. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, guys, just like you said, whoops, just a minute, something's wrong. Okay. So yeah, here we go, guys. I was going to check on your so very what do we say? You guys have been longing for the attendance link, right? So I went to check on that. So please stay with us for another 10 minutes, and we'll be dropping the attendance link in the chat. So guys, till then, let's move ahead to what we were discussing. Yep. First is supervised, where we have a lot of label data, and then comes unsupervised, where we have what do we say, unstructured data, or basically there is some random data where there are no proper labels. It is not what do we say, not having a proper supervision. Key, if we see that data, we are able to we're not able to deduce what it is serving, so it is just random. So that serves for unsupervised machine learning. And then comes something called as semi supervised, where uh, there is some data which is effective and some data which is not. So there is labeled data, but inside that there are a lot of what do we say, random things. So yeah, a lot of people are saying it is 9:58, 9:57, but yeah, another 5 minutes and you're getting your attendance done. So before that, we also have another person joining up who's a very interesting person who has a very uh, good announcement for you. So yup, she's on the stage. Once, let me wrap this up, and then we'll have that surprise person take over and do a sort of promotion for you guys. And it is a big opportunity, basically. So moving ahead, the last one is reinforcement. So how many of you have played PUBG? How many of you? Or Call of Duty? How many of you? So a lot of people have played it. So or generally any game. So As you progress in each level, the game becomes harder. So that is how it is. Reinforcement learning is something which learns from the past response. So let's say that I'm making a machine learning model which learns by itself. So that is where reinforcement comes in. So let's say today the model's output is this, it is going to relearn that. So all of these things, all of these four things will be discussed in very, very what do we say, in a very, what do we say, deep insight later, and we'll also deep dive into the code. And now I'm running out of time and you guys are spamming the chat for attendance. Please wait for another 5 minutes. We have one very interesting and a very special announcement coming up for you. So yep, so let me cover up what is TensorFlow. So a lot of people were asking what is TensorFlow. So this is what TensorFlow is. So we all came to know that yep, it is machine learning. This is how it works, and uh, how stuff happens. So it all, like, what do we say, is possible if we have a tool, or if we have something that enables it, or something which gives us one sort of set of instructions or functions which make it possible. So there comes TensorFlow. As we all know, Google is a great problem solver. It has made TensorFlow, and one of the more, and it stands as one of the most what do we say, remarkable inventions, remarkable frameworks which has been made till date. So TensorFlow is basically, it's a framework, as you can imagine. React is a front end framework. It gives us all those beautiful graphics so that we can put them on the screen. So just like that, we have this thing, TensorFlow, which comes in, which gives us a set of functions which um, enables us to deploy machine learning models, create machine learning models, and of course train them with a very sort of seamless experience. So guys, if you want, you can screenshot this or maybe give it a read. uh, we'll be soon dropping this thing now. Okay guys, one of the moderators can please take up and put the attendance link. These guys are uh, spamming the chat, and yup, it's already 10. So let me invite a person. Meanwhile, we have a small promotion going up. Uh, let me invite Nehal from Elenox, which happens to be in collaboration with, in association with Founders of India community. And there is a very, very exciting hackathon which Elenox is currently conducting, and it has a very huge prize. So guys, please give it up for Nehal. Nehal, you can take over and present and give a sort of overview of what that hackathon is. This was a kind of surprise for all of these guys because a lot of people are uh, already knowledgeable in ML and all. So I was like, "Arey chalo, thoda sa surprise dete hain that these guys will go and participate in this hackathon." And I'm not revealing how much is the prize money for this hackathon. So guys, go participate. Nehal will tell you what how it is going to be. So I'll stop my presentation so that you can take on.
Okay. Am I audible, guys? Like, give a thumbs up if am I audible in the chat.
Guys, give a thumbs up
And
for Nehal. Give a thumbs up for Nehal.
yeah, and Moin, thank you for like such a great introduction. I was not expecting such kind of introduction. Guys, I will just not take much of your time because it's already late. I will just brief you out about what Moin was talking. So recently we have been running a virtual hackathon, mostly monthly, and it's mostly about AI and ML topics. So I will just run into it and what it is about. So I will just share my screen. Just let me know once like any one of you can share your screen. Can you see my screen? Give a thumbs
Not
up, guys. So
not
uh,
yet.
not yet.
Just a minute. Yeah, now we can. Now I can see your screen.
Okay. So the hackathon name is Jugaad Hacks. Basically, in India, what everyone do mostly is Jugaad Hacks. So that's why we thought if we can do something about Jugaad and it's come out to be great because like most of them work in India, right? So we thought of Jugaad Hacks. So this is hackathon. We have prize up to like $10K credits plus some crash prizes. You can register. I will share you the link on the chat so that you can register. And we will have some mentors also joining us in the hackathon. So why you guys should join? So this is how I just going to tell you about why you guys should join. So basically, if you are a student and if you are looking for a job and internship, like in this 2 days you can just make your first project and just share with your internship people, or in your add in your CV, and you can get a job. So that's the reason it just help you in building CV and getting a job. For colleges also, it's a great way to showcase their skills. If you want to join a community, you can join a community. And mostly we have seen recently that employees who hire people, they look for people who have like been participating in hackathons. They get top 2% salaries. So these are some of the reasons why you guys should join our hackathon. uh, these are some of our college partner who are partnered with us right now. And as Moin is our community partner, and one more from
Soon we are going to
Microsoft
come
Learn
in that
team.
place. Oh, we already are there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah, you are already here. That's why I'm telling that Moin is a community partner. So he is there. You will get announcements on the social media page also of TensorFlow. Moin will be running the announcement. And here is like whosoever wins, just comment spotlight section. Your project will be live on YouTube. So like you can share with anyone, like can have a swag on it. Okay, I did this and we built a project in like 36 hours. So this is the basics of it. I will share you the link in the chat. So the second thing is our community, which is a Founders of India community. So basically it's a community where we help the inspiring entrepreneurs and the current entrepreneurs to connect with each other, share their problems and get solution. So this was the basic purpose of this community, and we were running it on Discord. We'll share you that link also in a chat. We have some of the cool guys, some of the like what we say top founders here. We have Prashant also, who is founder of Elenox, like the company from which I belong. So you will get all of them there. You can just get their guidance, their mentorship. So this was the basic. For the links, I will just drop it here somewhere. 1 second. I just stopped sharing. I am just trying to drop out. So am I audible, guys? Uh, Moin, can I join the
Yes,
chat or
yes, yes.
something? How can I drop the
Yes.
link?
Okay, let's do one thing. Can you send me the link and I'll drop it in the chat?
Okay, I am sharing you the link. Uh, the Google form link I am sharing, and the website currently I mentioned. I will share them the link.
Also, guys, don't get confused between day one attendance ka Google form and this Google form. So, please make sure you read the header before you fill it.
That's true. Like we will have full जुगाड़ hacks का promotion, तो जैसे ही वो enter करेंगे, they guys can see, okay, this is जुगाड़ hacks.
Awesome, awesome.
So that will not be a problem, I guess. uh I guess that's it
So,
from
guys,
my
if you
side.
are already knowledgeable in ML or any kind of what do we say tech stack, this is meant for you. And also, something much bigger is also coming up. So, go hack, like hack as much as you can, build whatever projects you want, put all of your creativity. This is like a very great platform for you guys to what do we say brag about your skills literally. And of course, we are there to help you out if you need. And please go to the links which I've given in the chat. Also, please do leave a like, leave a thumbs up in the chat for Nehal. Thank you so much for joining us on short notice. And of course, with TFUG, there are also a lot of GDSC leads who are there in the chat. I'll introduce them to you over another call, or else these people will spam a lot in the chat.
Yeah,
So of
yeah.
course, yeah, it is 10:08. So guys, day one was very very good. I'll ask Charishma please take over. So that was it. Today we learned a lot of theory. And tomorrow we'll dive into the code. And guys, a huge shout out to Jugaad Hacks, a huge shout out to Elenox. Spam the chat with thumbs up, spam the chat with rockets, and please do visit Elenox Jugaad Hacks. So, yup.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Nehal.
much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Just calling me out. It was great, great talking to you guys. And I was just hoping like everyone will join Jugaad. We'll see you guys there, or see you on Discord in our Founders of India community. Oh, most probably. Thank you, Moin. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, yes, it is.
So thank you guys. Thanks for joining. So we are of 1.5 people till now in the live stream. So it's a great section. With this, we'll conclude our day one. Before leaving, there is an attendance form we are circulating in the chat section. Kindly please check it out and don't forget to fill it. You can just copy the link and just fill it if your internet is slow. So that's all for today's session. Let's meet tomorrow at the same time, that is 9 p.m. at TFUG Hyderabad channel, and have more detailed explanation of the day two session. If you have any questions, kindly put it on chat session so we can answer those for
So
5 more
guys,
minutes.
I'm here for taking questions. So I'll be here for another 15 minutes. If you have any questions, now you can please put it, or else you can simply fill the form. And regarding guys, if you are asking for proof of participation certificates, especially if you are a college student, you have to get one criteria matched, that from day 1 to day 7 in a streak you have to attend. You have to fill the attendance form, so that uh, you will be able to, what do we say, get the proof of participation. And guys, if you want a shout out, go shout it about on Twitter and LinkedIn, so that we repost your tweets, we repost your posts, and make sure they have a very good reach, and make sure you spread it up everywhere. Tomorrow let's aim for 2000 viewers. All right guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much, Charishma, and I think we are ending this stream till here. And if you don't have any questions, we will end the stream. So yeah,
There
just
are
a
a
minute
few
guys.
questions,
let
Mohan.
me,
Yeah,
let
they
me
want to know
highlight.
about the new
So guys,
replacement of AI.
please stop spamming the chat now, so that we can take up questions. uh got it. So we have a lot of questions, a lot of questions. Let me highlight one by one. So one person is asking, can we participate from home in Jugaad Hacks? Yes, 100%. There's an online hackathon. You guys can participate from home, and there is another very big sort of event which is coming up called as ML Olympiad. If you are in the group, you have already seen the group that we have created a separate group for ML Olympiad. So that is another global challenge with much more exciting prizes. So yeah. So there is a question. Is Devon going to replace software engineers? Not at all, buddy. Even if in the next 10 years, Devon will not replace software engineers, there'll be one person who learns Devon and that person will work. So, just like 5 years ago, there was no chat GPT, and today we learned chat GPT and we still are there in the place of developers. So, who do you think will write the code for Devon? So, yeah, it will not replace software engineers. And if you are a skill less software engineer, yes, it will, because every company requires a very skillful engineers. That is the very reason why we are having these kind of events coming up for you. And is there any registration fee for Jugaad Hacks? No, not at all. Zero. How can we implement the reinforcement learning unlike supervised and unsupervised? Here we are not giving the data. Here we are giving data. Let me tell you how it happens. At first place, you feed data, you make a model, you run it, and the results become the training data. Now based on these results, whatever data is generated, it is fed again to the model, and again the result comes, so it goes in a chain. So all of this I'll show it as a live example in the coming sessions. So One person, he has, I think, joined right now. He doesn't know how to mark attendance. We are already putting the links. Please go and uh, please do, what do we say, check out the link. Or else, I think, guys, can one person put the link again so that I'll star it, or I'll, let me pin it. So let me pin the link. Just a minute, let me pin the link. Okay, so yep, here you go. This is the link. I hope you can see it on the screen. Yep. So this is the link, guys. Go ahead. So a lot of people who are asking PPT, a lot of people who are asking, what are we gonna do? What are we like? What are the resources and all? We will share all the resources coming up in the community. So guys, please don't worry. One person is asking, how can you tell me the tool to integrate ML with Flutter? Tony Stark, where does it? Okay, so where does Tony Stark does it, buddy? I really don't know. He's not my personal friend, but I know where Elon Musk does it. So later when we meet, I'll tell you. So moving ahead, I need more better explanation. Can you please retype your question on which you need more better explanation? So one question, one very very interesting question: how to integrate ML with Flutter? So thank you so much for asking this question. There is a very amazing package called as TF Lite, in which you can integrate ML in the front end itself. But if you don't want to do that, there are a lot of like there are a lot of ways where you can use a lot of stuff called as Google Teachable Machine and a lot of stuff. So let's do one thing. How about before we end the boot camp, like maybe on the fifth day or the sixth day, let me show you how to integrate our current machine learning model, which we make through this boot camp, on a Flutter UI. So Natasha Doris, stay tuned for day 6 or day 7 or maybe day 5, where we will, what do we say, make a machine learning model and use Flutter UI to integrate. So one person is asking, aren't they features color side instead of parameters? Features and like parameters one are the same, guys. So we generally in machine learning terms call them parameters. So features also is a different terminology while we call as feature engineering, and also that is much deep, what do we say, aspect. I'll probably try to take this on day 3. I'll explain everything after we finish Pandas, when we go into machine learning and maybe regression or something. So one person has spammed the chat with this question a lot of times, saying that, sir, having the getting any personalized content according to the user, also an example of reinforcement. Um, I didn't quite get the first line of this. Having the getting any personalized content according to the user. I really didn't understand this one line. Can you please make it grammatically correct? And if you want an example of reinforcement learning, let me right away show it. Okay, so just a minute. Let me present a screen. Okay, present. Whoops. So I hope you guys can see my screen here. Um, I have shown an example. Okay, let me unpin this thing. Whoops. Okay. So here you go. So as you can see, just like I told earlier, there is a game, right? So uh, what happens is, in this game, what happens is, this very bot, it goes into the fire and realizes that it has lost the point. So there it collects data. It is saying that okay, this is not the place where I have to go. And again, it makes another move saying that fire equals bad, next time avoid it. So then it goes to the water. Then what do we say? It learns that okay, with one iteration by one iteration, it learns okay, so this is how you should be progressing. So number one, observe, then select action using policy, then action, then it gets reward or penalty. If it's penalty, it learns again. Even if it's a reward, it learns again. So it is a cyclic process. So that is an example for you uh, of reinforcement learning. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. And any other things, guys? Any other questions? Moon animations. Can a C++ developer work with Flutter easily? No, you have to learn Dart because Flutter runs on Dart. If you are a C++ developer, please learn Dart still. Easily, as in, I really don't know, buddy, but you have to learn Dart programming language. Without Dart, you cannot do Flutter. And if you are good at one programming language, learning another one will be much, much easier. So, hope that answers your question. If you use teachable machine in Flutter, will it crash our app? I will take this answer in detail on maybe day 5 or day 6, just like I said, because currently we are running out of time. We are like really, really running out of time, and I cannot take this question. So please stay tuned. Slowly, when we progress in this boot camp, I will definitely take this to the next level, and I'll explain how everything can be done. So thanks for asking this question, Natasha. I'll keep it on the tab. So one person asks, I actually missed the session. Okay, so guys, if you miss the session, it will still be on YouTube. It will, what do we say? Of course, it will be forever. You can go and check it out anytime. So one person is asking, do we need to learn statistics to understand ML? Yes, you need to learn statistics to understand ML. That's the very reason tomorrow we are going to learn Pandas. Pandas and NumPy are like, what do we say, a very interesting libraries which are used to learn ML. So Pandas are nothing but it's a library which will allow you to do statistics using Python, and NumPy is nothing but numerical Python. So of course statistics is hugely involved, which will be discussed in tomorrow's session. So one person is, can the slides be shared? Yes, they'll be shared on the last day of the boot camp in the groups or on our social media handles. If you are not in the group, please do what do we say, register yourself today. The registration link is still open, and you can what do we say, join the group where we are doing these resources. We are like simply sharing these resources. So one person is asking, in the Apple example you've given earlier, the machine is fed with data which is images using CV, if I'm not wrong. How are the other ways to feed data into the machine, guys? Let me make this very clear that CV, computer vision, is sort of an algorithm. So data feeding is something which is different. So there are a lot of ways to do it, a lot of ways. Let's say if you are simply feeding text data, you need not take computer vision. If you are feeding image data, then you need to take computer vision. Computer vision obviously is very broad, which is again subdivided into different models. There is YOLO, there is uh, another thing called as COCO, and we have object classification models in TensorFlow as well. So there are submodels. Using these submodels, you can feed data. So basically, you have data in a file, and I'll in detail show you how to do that. There will be functions which are pre-written. So these algorithms will give you pre-written functions in which um, you'll be having a sort of argument through which you can push this. Okay, so one person is going to start a war. He's asking PyTorch versus TensorFlow. Buddy, I use what my company asks me to use depending on the requirements of the project. Let's not be biased, but I would always support TensorFlow. So one person asked, can the attendance link be sent to WhatsApp group instead of here? YouTube chat is very laggy and disturbing. We will send in the chat 100 times, and you can scroll the chat, no problem. It will be here forever. In WhatsApp, we cannot share it due to security reasons, and please do understand. Also, guys, this is, I think, the, just a minute, where should we learn for continuing this bootcamp, like prerequisite. You don't need any prerequisite. Tomorrow we'll be diving in hands on. uh, I will be giving you some sort of resources, some sort of links through which you can go through, like sort of different sort of assignments and all we'll be giving, so that you can like have a basic idea before coming to the classes. Okay. So another person says, I'm building a CV model which can learn and recognize faces during runtime. Is it possible to implement such model like incremental learning? Yes, 100% it is possible. I would also like, just like everyone, this is a very, what do we say? uh, Vague question which has a very long answer. So I will take it at the last 2 days, because that those are the days where we are going hands on in building model. So at that place I can code and show you this thing. So now, because of less time, we've got just 5 minutes left. I cannot take this question. Tony Stark is saying indirectly PyTorch, then no, directly TensorFlow. One person is asking, is ML useful for AR and VR? It is a very, what do we say, um, see, basically understand what machine learning is. Machine learning is generally, what do we say, one sort of technology which can be implemented in different fields. Even it can be implemented in medical field. So yeah, 100% it will be useful for AR and VR. There is one place where I saw that one person is using augmented reality plus machine learning to find out where are the clots in the, what do we say, arteries and veins. So that is scaling on a different level. So of course machine learning and AR are two separate things, which can be, of course, used for each other. Also, one person asked Android and Flutter. Guys, this is a machine learning bootcamp, not a Flutter bootcamp. If it is a Flutter bootcamp, I'll answer Flutter questions. If something is related to machine learning, please, I'd love to answer. uh, Example for supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised. We will be doing this on day 3. Tomorrow is all about data, and day 3 is all about making a model. So day 3 I'll be answering your question live. I will Tejaswini, who is asking example for supervised, unsupervised, I'll be answering this on day 3. Is there an assignment for today? There is no assignment. There is no assignment today, but there'll be definitely from tomorrow. I'll be giving you one small exercise to do so that you guys get familiar with it. So moving ahead. So guys, I think we are running out of time. We have just 2 minutes left. So is it a shareable certificate? Whoops. Somebody asked how to submit. You need not submit your assignment. You need not submit it. You just do it for your like kind of it's like knowledge training. So you need not submit it. It is not proctored. So it is like, what do we say, we feel like you have to learn by yourselves and you can take the help of your peers. So it's not definitely not proctored. Okay guys, so I'll take a couple of questions and then we'll close. One person is asking, is the certificate shareable? Yes, you can share it anywhere. That's your wish. We cannot stop you from sharing it anywhere. But when you're getting something, please brag about it. So A very good question. Can first year BTech students who are beginners catch up with this bootcamp? Definitely, 100%. Even if somebody is in school, they can catch up if they can understand. They need to have just basic knowledge about programming, that okay, this is how this works. That's it, nothing more. So yeah, even if irrespective of which year you're in, you can catch up. So, Richard, you're asking for the link of the WhatsApp group. It's actually a community. So, can any of the volunteers drop the community link so that people from the chat can join? We request you to register first. So, instead of the community link, we'll give you the registration link. You can simply register, and at the end, you'll be having a section where there'll be the link to join. So, please, Richard, please register with us. One of our person will drop the registration link, and once you register in the Google form itself, there'll be this link. You can join it through that, and please drop a thumbs up if you listen to my answer and if it is clear. So yep, that's it guys, it is 10:30. So guys, please drop the registration link in the chat so that people who did not register can register and come tomorrow. I Okay, just spam it up 4 or 5 times. You can please simply put it up. So guys, directly put the link of the Google form. So if people who did not register, who are asking to join the community, if you are asking, please uh, fill this form. Let me highlight that. Okay, so this is the form link, as you can see on my screen. Please do register. It is being spammed in the chat. Please do register, and after registration, make sure you join the WhatsApp community. All right guys, it is past 10:30. It was very good having you all. You gave us a lot of love. More than 1K people joined. Thank you so much. Make sure there's the same enthusiasm on day 2, 3, 4 till 7 as well. We'll take your leave. Have a very good night. Thank you so much.